We've come to the part of the showcase where we get to talk about Tamina. Ever since walking in WWE, shoulder to shoulder with the Usos, Tamina's alliance with this dynasty has never been in question.
I remember watching Monday Night Raw, and I seen Tamina debut with my brothers. It was a pretty cool, dynamic, right? Two of my brothers and Tamina.
Together, Tamina and the Usos helped each other navigate through a trial-filled first year in WWE, making sure they all survived together. In later years, Tamina has formed alliances with both Naomi and Nia Jax, honoring this family's connection. While Tamina has looked to create her own name in the industry, she has never missed a chance to acknowledge her place in this family either. Trained by Afa and Sika, the wild Samoans, Tamina was instilled with the same instincts that have carried each member of this family to wrestling glory. Her in-ring approach is similar to many in the bloodline. Quick striking, high-impact attacks, and smothering holds. As capable with a super kick or a big splash as anyone else, Tamina has maintained a remarkable level of success in her WWE career. A constant contender, Tamina has competed for the Women's Championship on many occasions. She's also held the Women's Tag Team Championships along with 9 separate reigns as the 24/7 champion. Tamina has proven capable in any environment against any opponent. Tamina is always the perfect test for a rising contender. Defeating Tamina proves that you're at the top of your game, and she will always expose those who aren't quite ready yet. Taking her lightly is the easiest way to book your visit to the local medical facility. Tamina has taken part in many memorable moments, but in the 2K25 showcase, we're going to give you the chance to make history. In the first ever women's Money in the Bank match, Carmella, of all people, would walk out victorious after letting someone else do all the work. Tamina, Becky Lynch, Natalya, and Charlotte Flair were all robbed of a great opportunity that night by Carmella. So this is your chance to make it right. Showcase Tamina's grit and take out the other 4 ladies in this ladder match to become the first ever winner of the Women's Money in the Bank. Carmella might still sneak out with the win, but if she does, she's doing it on her own because we're not allowing anyone else at ringside for this match in our showcase.
We are making history tonight here in St. Louis, the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
The following is the first ever.
And Byron, Becky Lynch with a very astute point. I rip off arms. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Next, from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch.
To add to that, Michael, I talked to Becky earlier, and I asked her.
There's a big fight coming. Tamina, perhaps the most dominant superstar in this match.
And I guarantee She is not fazed by taking on 4 different opponents in a ladder match. Mela is money, and she is as confident as ever.
Making her way to the ring from Stanton,
Natalya, another superstar who walks into this match thinking she has legacy on her side tonight.
and from Calgary, Alberta, Canada,
This new generation of female superstars are providing yet another milestone moment here. Tamina, Charlotte, Carmella, Natalya, and Becky Lynch are going to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase, become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. Such a dangerous setting for all these superstars. Ladders are everywhere. Each competitor is only limited by their imagination.
Your head has to be on a constant swivel. Ladders will be used as weapons. Anything can happen to get that briefcase. All right, time for us to clear the way. Already ahead of you.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Now here's Becky Lynch.
From behind.
To the arm. Terrible.
Oh, that was just insulting. Disgusting behavior. There was no respect shown there.
Three second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank. Ladders in position. Gonna make the climb. She's got it in her hands.
Can she end it here?
Coming down with a leg drop.
There goes Carmella into a rough landing. And she re-enters the ring. Sent into the corner. Well, there she goes.
Pow, what a shot.
Contract that could change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight. Mudhole stomping.
Each of those boots seem to get heavier with each blow.
Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match.
Victory is within reach now.
Seems to be struggling a bit up there.
Yeah, sweaty palms making this difficult.
No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history's being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Picked up and being carried around now.
Running power slam.
Off the ladder now. Let's see if this is right for the picking.
And they just busted out an impactful maneuver. Climbing up. But is there enough time to go for the win? She's stretching, but can she get a blip?
Every second up there is allowing the opposition to recover.
Trying to reach it. Trying to win.
It's going to take some time, but you got to just keep going.
What kind of thoughts are running through her mind as she climbs the ladder? What in the world is going through that brain?
This is too much for me.
Down with a suplex.
Tamina sidesteps that. Right to the kidneys from behind.
And once again, she's put on the back foot.
Yeah, Cole, taking this much damage now seriously impacts your speed up the ladder.
She throws her back in.
The Queen looking disgusted to be in the ring with her opposition now.
Oh, sent straight into the corner hard.
Got them off their feet here.
Up and over, all the way to the floor.
The fight could get very dangerous out at ringside now. Calculating the next move here.
Are you kidding me? Being sent out like yesterday's trash. Just goes to show you the level of animosity here tonight. Incoming. Tamina looking highly motivated right now.
Okay, now she's rubbing salt in the wound. Uh-oh. And she had Natalia's number there. She's getting back into the ring, under the ropes. Big clothesline, and Charlotte was put in check there.
And all of this pain and discomfort will make ascending the ladder very challenging.
Nice reversal by Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte driving Tamina, and both tumble to the floor.
Both women crashing down hard. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, the first to her feet, surveying the situation.
Oh, my driving Tamina into the steps.
Well, you are seeing a heightened level of aggression, heightened level of intensity from all these competitors because of the stakes involved.
Guys, where's Charlotte going?
Flair looking to up the ante now from the top.
Oh, my goodness, taking out everybody.
The Queen rising to the occasion.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder?
She's thinking big.
From the top. Tamina's absolutely wrecking shop on Natalya, making sure the veteran won't have the strength to climb a ladder at all.
Natalya sent flying to the outside.
Big forearm.
Oh, the chair projected right to their face. Face buster.
Forcing her right out of the ring.
She's getting that ladder exactly where she wants it.
A crucial step. The action spilling out to her announce desk. She's going for it.
She certainly is. She can do it.
And the opening could be the opening. You just have to go for it.
Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring. Working on the hook here.
Looks like scaling the ladder is the easy part of the job. Unhooking the prize is the big challenge.
Launched right out of the ring. She's headed to the outside. No threat of count out here.
Got the head scissors on.
Sharp elbow.
She's rummaging around under the ring here.
Shades of the old EC-dub as the candlestick is introduced to the proceedings.
She's in place. Can she end this here?
All eyes are glued high above the ring.
One good pull and this match is over.
That's not that easy, Saxton. Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Back into the ring here.
Waistlock applied and
Angle German.
ooh, that ladder's gonna leave a mark.
Setting up the ladder, center of the ring.
Definitely the spot you want to put it. Off the ladder now. Let's see if this is right for the picking.
Heart has to be pumping right now.
Needs to focus and pull it together.
From behind, back suplex. Sliding out of danger there. Oh, goodness, blasted right into the corner.
Not looking good in this position.
Ooh, nasty shot to the throat.
The match clearly taking a heavy toll.
Could be getting into a dire situation soon.
A lot of damage taken on by Carmella.
I'm not sure how this will pan out.
If she can turn things around here, I'll be speechless.
History on the line. Guaranteed championship opportunity. Nothing but carnage happening in this one.
5 women fighting for their key to destiny. Willing to go through hell for it.
Natalya sent flying to the outside. And Charlotte's durability getting challenged again.
Here's where Charlotte's ability to endure could get called into question.
Ooh, just bouncing off the turnbuckle. Ouch. Here we go, Byron.
Samoan drop.
That's one way to use the ladder.
Ladder hits. Jeez, that's gotta hurt.
Trying to string together as many hits with that weapon as possible.
Oh, man, she finds a hard landing on the outside. She's taking things to the floor here. And now heading back inside the ring.
Side Russian leg sweep, takedown.
Oh, just raining down punches.
A dragon screw ankle breaker.
Into the ankle breaker.
Sent flying out of the ring here. Counter from Tamina.
Talk about force. That'll give you whiplash.
Oh, man. Thrown with such force. The whole ring is rattling.
Look at this. She's going for her destiny, guys.
But she better hurry. She doesn't have much time.
She's grabbing at the prize now.
Is this the right time? Is this the career-making moment?
Here she goes. Can she grab it?
Well, it looks like that hook is causing a lot of problems up there.
Looking for the victory here, guys.
Flair delivering the chop. Natural selection. Bye-bye, Carmella. I don't think she'll be climbing a ladder after that.
Parking the ladder into the corner.
I can't tell if that's a safer or worse place for it.
What a raucous crowd here tonight. What a display of strength here. Are you kidding me? What's the plan with this ladder in the ring?
I guarantee it's nothing good.
Neck breaker excellently executed.
Getting the ladder into position here.
Picked the perfect spot, too.
Ladder's in position. Gonna make the climb.
Reaching for the prize.
Tamina.
That's it. Tamina has the briefcase. Tamina is Miss Money in the Bank.
The winner of the Money in the Bank contract.
Any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are going to be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so much. Bearing the weight of those legacies can prove to be way too much for almost anyone. But that was never the case for Jimmy and Jey Uso. Jimmy and Jey Uso looked to be stars from the very start, constantly evolving their look, style, and offense as they progressed in their careers. Face paint and war dances would fade away and the two would embrace the day one-ish mentality, looking to punish opponents and send them to the Uso penitentiary. The Usos are 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos have main evented WrestleMania after initially fighting for a mere spot on the card. The Usos were the premier team of the 2010s. The Usos are the greatest team of all time. Jimmy and Jay are poetry in motion, each knowing what the other is looking to do next, each using every bit of savvy they gained growing up in professional wrestling to keep their edge. And sure, in recent years, it's been difficult between the two. Jimmy did cost Jay his match at SummerSlam against your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. After months of the anger building between the two, Jimmy and Jay ended up as the first two entrants in the 2024 Royal Rumble match, bringing things to a head. But even that moment wasn't enough to settle the issue, and so they would fight again at WrestleMania 40. Jey Uso truly became main event and found his inner yeet, even adding another tag team championship with Cody Rhodes as his partner. As your wise man eventually would suffer as well, Jimmy found himself betrayed by Solo Sikoa and unceremoniously dumped out of Solo's version of the Bloodline. When Jimmy and Jay are a tag team, they are pure art. They are the reason for the resurgence of tag team wrestling's popularity over the last 15 years. And perhaps, oh, perhaps, their grandest moment came during the 2017 Hell in a Cell, when they would lock horns with perhaps their greatest opposition ever, The New Day. From July to October of that year, the SmackDown Tag Team titles would change hands 4 times between the two teams, both looking for ultimate bragging rights. The Usos' connection as twins always gave them an upper hand with most teams. But the New Day had their own trick, utilizing the Freebird rule to allow any 2 of the 3 members to compete in any match. Jimmy and Jay could never know for sure who the opponents would be, with a different game plan needed for each iteration. With nothing clearly settled after 4 months, the New Day would offer to defend inside Hell in a Cell, and the Usos gladly accepted. We've seen the Usos showcase tag team wrestling at its most beautiful. Now we want you to showcase the brutality that exists within Hell in a Cell. Big E and Xavier Woods are going to use everything at their disposal to take you down. But you've been down since day one. Now it's time to force the New Day to realize there's nothing wrong with them being in second place, and there's nothing that's stopping you inside Hell in a Cell.
Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world-famous 4-time champs and feel the power!
Are you prepared to kick off Hell in a Cell with the 4-time tag team champions?
The following is a tag team Hell in a Cell match, and is for
This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in a Cell.
And at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jimmy, the Usos!
Tonight in Detroit, the Usos...
Here we go, gentlemen, the tag team...
The cell door is locked. First of 2 Hell in a Cell matches tonight.
Shoulders down.
And kicking out is Xavier Woods.
Not even close.
Corey, a few weeks ago, we saw the New Day walk out of SmackDown as champs in a street fight. A match the Usos handpicked, but this environment is totally different.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think the New Day played right into the Usos' hand when they selected this match. Jimmy and Jay have a street mentality. They're perfectly equipped to turn Hell in a Cell into the Uso penitentiary.
Usos challenging the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. New Day chose this Hell in a Cell match. Very heated rivalry at the top of the Tag Team division.
No doubt about it. This is just adding extreme insult to injury.
I have a feeling the Usos' objective is to send the New Day to the hospital.
The two teams so familiar with each other, some innovation with weapons almost becomes a necessity.
This cell is meant to contain all these superstars, but it's not to say this cell can't inflict unimaginable damage on those who step inside. We're going to see these teams tap into their barbaric nature.
20 years of Hell in a Cell, and this structure still surprises me with the ways it can torture every part of your anatomy.
The Usos following the footsteps of many great family tag teams, the Steiner brothers, the Head Shrinkers, who of course Jay and Jimmy's own father was a member of.
Would be a very proud moment for the Anarati family if the Usos can capture their 5th tag team championship here.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree for Jay and Jimmy. Just a factory of elite specimens come from the Anoa'i blood.
Ouch. Usos and New Day going at it inside Hell in a Cell, and Jey Uso set outside the ring, and now the New Day on the attack. Big E, as aggressive as I've ever seen him here tonight. And Xavier Woods now with toys, kendo sticks in hand.
And it's about to get more aggressive, more vicious, more barbaric. I've never seen this vicious of a side from the New Day.
It's what Hell in a Cell does to you.
Oh, now with the kendo sticks, Xavier Woods unloading. Well, you're saying it, Byron. Hell in a Cell makes you do some awful things. Just attempting to survive, attempting to win.
Do whatever you want, punish however you want. Right now, that seems to be the mission statement of the New Day in order to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
And that's what it's about, proving you're the best in one of the most insane environments in WWE today. The New Day have just changed the whole complexion of this match. I don't know if I've seen New Day go to these lengths before.
Well, no time to be a jovial bunch when you're in a cell, Michael. Tonight, it's not about entertaining. It's about putting your sworn enemy to rest for good. I guess he thinks the one thing missing in this match is a cover for the title.
And still in this.
What do you have to do to put this guy away? He gets out of the way.
contractual rematch for the Usos. If they lose, the Usos will pin.
Champ's in trouble.
He breaks up the pin just in time.
Big E able to get out of the way.
Sliding back in under the ropes here. Taken down with a body slam. Bang! Crucial counter there.
A chain of reversals here. Every motion getting trapped.
And an elbow. Heading for the top rope. We'll give her something big here.
Usos have taught us is that we have to embrace a more lawless culture here in WWE, a more lawless culture in this rivalry.
And that could be the reason the New Day chose to have this match in the Hell in a Cell. It's been such a chaotic rivalry. Therefore, only this kind of lawless match could finally put an end to it for good. Some good contact by Jey Uso. On point. And the action has shifted now into that dangerous area between the ring and the walls of the cell.
Oh, God. The military press followed by the gut check.
Shoulders down. But no helping their teammate out there. Uh-oh. Solo kick. The champ getting closer and closer to being put away.
Taking on so much offense. You got to worry about the lingering effects.
From the top, crash. And Jimmy and Big E slugging it out middle of the ring. This has been a vicious, brutal match between two of the great tag teams today.
Here comes Jey Uso into the fray alongside of his brother.
Bang! Double super kick.
And the Usos now looking for that patented Uso splash from the top rope.
Uso splash. The cover to win the tag team titles, and Woods handcuffs it all, breaks it up.
At the last possible second, Xavier Woods saving this match for his team.
Yeah, credit to Woods for his never say die attitude, but Xavier Woods is outgunned right now.
And look at Woods still fighting back.
Yeah, with the handcuffs. Using the handcuffs as a weapon.
That's smart.
And Woods now down. And trying to still fight back. What heart from Xavier Woods.
That heart may not have much more fight left. Jimmy and Jey back up to the top one more time.
Uso splash in stereo. The cover. The Usos win the tag team titles.
Here are your winners and the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos.
Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself. Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at Wrestlemania.
To compete against that caliber and maintain the level of success that Naomi has for her entire WWE career is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be the most important. And in true Uso fashion, Naomi shows an unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Bayley, oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used wardrobe to her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
Gentlemen, it's glow time!
I got an idea, Saxton. Why don't you glow home?
No, I cannot, Corey. When asked earlier this week about this matchup, Naomi said it is an honor to be. And gentlemen, when Bayley was asked about this history-making match tonight, she said, of course I'm part of this, because history is made by winners. And I'm going to become a role model for everyone here tonight in Saudi Arabia and for everyone around the entire world.
I asked Bayley her thoughts on this match, and she said, new country, same sheep. Bayley is nothing if not confident headed into this match.
Oh, and everything you just said is indicative of the new attitude, the new...
For the first time ever, we have a women's championship. Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi. And a huge pressure on Bayley.
Yeah, but Bayley thrives under pressure. Her resume speaks for itself.
Getting set up in the corner now.
Shoulder tackle after shoulder tackle. And Naomi has been quick to take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one.
Yeah, not so subtle reminder to Bayley.
Perched up top, diving leg drop. And Naomi has taken the upper hand.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts. A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again be champion here in WWE.
Watch out! Crashing to the floor.
Good God, just a disgusting thud heard here at ringside.
Looking to take it to the air now. Perched up top. Oh, God, terrible landing on the outside.
That misstep could have cost them this match entirely.
A hard landing for sure.
Look at this. This is outrageous athleticism. What a head scissor takeover.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete.
Look out!
All the way down to the floor.
What a spectacular misfire.
And that is why we say, don't try this at home, viewers, because of terrible miscalculations like that.
Agility like that is what can set you apart from the rest of the locker room.
Look out below!
No matter who you are, when you crashed on the floor, a searing pain races through your body. Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring.
And Bayley's resolve might be wavering here.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
But this opponent still fighting back.
Stunner.
Naomi isn't feeling intimidated by the moment. Ooh, double axe handle. To the floor.
And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here.
And I think it was you, Byron, who asked Bayley if she changed. And she said, I didn't change. I just did what I had to do, and look what I've done.
Well, you're right. Love it. Uh-oh, we're going to see it. There it is.
It's your favorite move.
Can she take much more? Maneuvers herself out.
Spinning heel kick. Beautiful senton.
Byron, you've talked a lot about this change in Bayley and how people can't believe that this is the type of... Maybe not, maybe not! Kick out. She still has life.
I didn't think we'd see a kick out there.
Stunner! Stunner!
Naomi feeding off the WWE Universe, inching closer to recapturing the championship.
And she reversed it.
into the corner now.
Naomi had it turned around. Counters and counters. Each superstar looking dialed in.
Sending her up on the top rope. And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the? I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a new strategy.
Calls on the rear view. Can the champ recover from that?
Cover. Now we did it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Naomi.
Bayley's stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship has ended. The Glow era has begun.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Atha and Sika, without the Wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Atha and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Atha and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans. Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, the trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Afa, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these four men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from Afa and Sika, and then some.
The following contest is a tag team tables match. And a combined weight of 603 pounds. Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
It takes a strong brotherly bond to agree to go into battle against the Wild Samoans, but that's exactly what Bubba Ray and Devon have.
I have a strong... Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
2-on-2 tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys, taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become reality.
Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense. He's looking to take things to the outside now, moving into the ring.
Agonizing.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the team. TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans to a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further.
Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudleys' wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
Come on, stop this. Your point's made. No need to keep on doing this. Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
He's looking for an implement of destruction under the ring.
I can already feel the sting of the kendo stick, and I do not care for it.
The sheen is starting to wear off of him a bit now.
Devon Dudley causing damage and causing harm.
And Bubba is a bit staggered after that attack.
Yeah, Alpha just brought the fight to him.
And here comes Old Faithful. The steel chair is in hand.
He almost got caught by that one.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika...
Bad spot for Alpha.
Some might see that as a weapon, but the manager's just making sure the area is safe for his client.
Carrying the opposition. What's the thought here?
Oh, from the top! Senton!
Drives his opponent down with a Uranagi.
He's headed out to the ringside area. Coming back from the outside now. Setting up for something here. Rolling power slam! Words off that offense from Bubba.
Hot top! Into the Samoan drop! Incredible!
Alpha and Sika might have just shown us the prelude to the Dudley's demise.
Oh, this is what you do when you're looking to do more than win a match. You're looking to hurt someone.
Come on, this has gone way too far. Just stop this already.
A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it will take for the Dudley Boys to have control of it.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. The damage is really piling up now.
He has been battered. Great trouble here. Can he get it fully locked?
He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done. And he's letting his prey stumble right into his trap.
Just a nasty headbutt. Hopped up into the Samoan drop. Incredible.
The Wild Samoans just completely wrecking the Dudley Boys in there.
The Dudley Boys came in tonight knowing they had to turn up the dial. Had to match Alpha and Sika's level of aggression. Bubba Ray and Devon know they have to be extreme as they can be.
Yeah, but what the Dudleys call extreme, the Wild Samoans just call regular old Tuesday. Popped up into the Samoan drop. Incredible. Can Devon recover from that?
And we're witnessing two titans of the tag team game absolutely destroying each other here.
The Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boys battling for supremacy, battling to get the other team through some tables.
And the announce table's getting a makeover.
That's not very feng shui.
That definitely says more chaos to me.
Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners,
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the WWE 2K25 showcase. I haven't forgotten what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the Promised Land. He's violent. He's strong, he's fast, he's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal. He, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility with Solo's rogue bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question. The future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa, and things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable, and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, He'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Here comes the A-Champ.
As we say in WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wes Lee to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but instead, we have the surprise return of Solo Sikoa as he's claimed his title opportunity.
Solo Sikoa, fresh off joining the Bloodline, is here. He has answered the call, and we indeed have an NXT North American title defense tonight for NXT 2.0's one-year celebration.
Did you see Melo's reaction when Sikoa's music hit? Hayes looked like he saw a ghost.
Solo's been saying he got next for the North American Championship, but that was a long time ago. Melo thought Sikoa was in his rearview mirror.
These two men took part in a triple threat for the North American title back at Spring Break 5 months ago. But they essentially canceled each other out that night, and neither man left with the title. Tonight, we're going to see who the better man is, and it will be the one who leaves with the title.
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right to the midsection. Melo taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way. Well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to destroy anyone in the way of him in the NXT North American Championship.
Trick Williams has been quite the difference maker for Carmelo Hayes over the last year. How many times has Williams helped Hayes and save that North American title?
Yeah, but 10 days ago, Solo Sikoa did the same thing for Roman Reigns when he attacked Drew McIntyre at Clash at the Castle. Sikoa has blood on his hands, too. Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
And look at this now. Bad intentions coming with... And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
Dominating shoulder tackle. Propped up in the corner. Sikoa in command. And you gotta wonder if Melo is regretting his words, regretting his actions.
What a main event this has been for the one-year anniversary of NXT 2.0.
And without this rebranding, Solo Sikoa may have never had the opportunity to show the world what he can do.
And if Solo didn't have this breakout year, maybe his cousin Roman Reigns wouldn't have.
Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes, ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. Ooh. First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky.
Spinning Solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be
rearing way back.
There's a Samoan spike.
That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new...
What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new.
I ain't doing this one.
We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase, and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Diva. I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. And it's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the undisputed championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment of revenge was too much for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball for that much time and smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE 2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of...
It's been interesting watching Reigns throughout these Bell rings and the WWE Universal title is on the line. Roman Reigns over 500 days as Universal Champion, but nobody has been in his head like his old brother-in-arms, Seth Rollins.
Well, Seth freaking Rollins tore that brotherhood apart 8 years ago, and we can now see that the Tribal Chief never truly recovered from that night.
Well, speaking of family, the Usos have been banned from ringside, and last month, Roman fired Heyman from the Bloodline. So right now, the head of the table needs to win without any allies by his side.
Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle. And into the turnbuckle he goes.
Proof these superstars have done their homework. Uh-oh. Face full of turnbuckle.
And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the Bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins is already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him.
He's heading to the outside. Better watch for the referee's count.
Sent straight into the barricade. Oh, no, what could this be?
Oh, don't do this.
Hung up in the barricade. In a big boot.
And would you look at that? He's been busted wide open.
This is not good.
Seth freaking Rollins has made it extremely personal with Roman Reigns. Years ago when he destroyed the Shield, and again in the lead up to this match.
And if I'm Roman, I'm taking all that aggression and ending this quickly. Go full force and incapacitate Rollins ASAP, because the longer Reigns fights with all his rage, the more potential he has to make a tactical error.
Big powerbomb. Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He says he knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion.
Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never, ever get over, that it was Seth Rollins who chose to end the Shield.
That blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair so many years ago broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Who would have thought that moment would still loom so large and be the biggest key to victory for Seth freaking Rollins?
Producing consecutive attacks. This is frightening strength here.
Oh, no. Stun gun. Seth Rollins.
The Tribal Chief has acquired the target. Here it comes. Superman punch. Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother.
Reigns in the corner. Ready to strike.
Big reversal by Rollins. The champ easily stopping the count.
I was not expecting that from him at this point.
Going outside. What's he got planned here?
Seth Rollins just sitting back and degrading his opponent.
And goes back into the ring here. Rollins lands hard ringside. Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming. Oh, that didn't go as Seth.
What a spear by Reigns. The champ taking care of business here.
I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on Reigns, old Shield brother now.
And here's Reigns now, misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear!
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover.
Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys. Guys, look at what Rollins is doing.
After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that Shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the tribal chief. Reigns unsure of what to do.
Roman Reigns determining what to do now. Will he slay his former brother? Reigns now. Look, gonna lock in the guillotine. Submission move locked in. Submission move locked in.
Rollins in major peril right now. Rollins looking like he's starting to fade.
Seth trying desperately to make it to the bottom rope.
I'm not sure he can make it, Corey.
Trying to make it to the rope to force some sort of break. Seth trying to hang on. How can he do this here? Is Rollins going to tap here? What's Rollins going to do? Is he going to tap out?
Finally makes it to the rope. Reigns has a 5 count to break the hold.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold, and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match. Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine locked in far too long.
Well, the oxygen slowly circulating through. Will the champ make that payoff? Being set up in the corner for...
Oh, Superman punch!
Reigns not done yet. Finish things off. There's the spear by the tribal chief.
Here's the pin.
Retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion,
Roman Reigns has finally done it. Finally earned that title defense against Seth Rollins. Finally exorcised the ghost of the Shield.
I'm the last guy to knock a revolution. I've led a few of those, you know. I admire revolutionaries. I respect evolutionaries. They are the lifeblood of the bloodline. So when Solo Sikoa seized the moment and became the tribal chief in Roman Reigns' absence, I didn't like it. I don't even think I respected it. But something deep down in me admired it. That took some forward thinking. I'm the chief now! Now we all know what happened when the OG bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, faced the new rogue bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, in the War Games. But there was a discussion here while planning the WWE 2K25 showcase that has me, your wise man, admittedly a little intrigued. What if War Games was limited to only OG bloodline, no honorary uses, versus Solo's rogue bloodline, no honorary uses. It's 4-on-4 Roman Reigns. The Usos, Sami Zayn, versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and the most dangerous new competitor WWE has ever seen, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. What happens then? This is your moment to determine who is the real bloodline. This is your moment to determine who is the only bloodline. This is where the bloodline's legacy and the bloodline's future is in your hands.
Here we go. First two combatants locked in the War Game structure. The original Bloodline versus the new Bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle a match against competitors with more War Games experience?
Well, Byron, I think we'll know the answer to all those questions in just a matter of minutes. OG Bloodline leader Roman Reigns has so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely, Michael. Solo Sikoa took his spot at the head of the table. He says he's the new tribal chief.
And that is Roman's legacy. Those names, this group, they mean something. But the Bloodline represents all that Roman has built in his career. And he needs to take it back tonight. Now a series of vicious stunts in the turnbuckle.
Stunts.
A consistent attack being mounted on Jacob Fatu.
Jacob's being cut off at every pass.
He might just be stalling for time here. A lot to prove from the new Bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
Now that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
Solo Sikoa, leader of the new Bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself Tribal Chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more. His body has taken a lot of the punishment.
Oh, this is really getting out of hand here. Someone needs to step in. I can't watch this anymore. Just someone make it stop.
Jacob sidesteps that.
Clothesline.
Looking for a...
Uh-oh. Oh, he saw it coming. Gotta be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new Bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
Tonga Loa now entering the fray of Bloodline War Games.
Oh, get ready.
He's waiting for the perfect time.
So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal.
Clothesline delivered.
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
From the top. Old bloodline, new bloodline. Both sides engaging in a brutal battle.
Every one of these men is fighting with every fiber in their being to be considered the true bloodline.
With all these attacks on his torso, on his ribs, it's got to be hard for him to breathe right now.
Just gasping for air.
Repeated hits like that are going to add up very quick. Plenty of damage being dealt here.
My goodness, the human skeleton shouldn't have to endure a smash like that. This is just turning into a savage display of violence.
Holding nothing back, striking over and over again. There has to be permanent damage being done right now.
And retaliates with a counter. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
This is not going to be nice. This is going to be
nasty boot by Zayn. Is Zayn closing this out?
Superplex!
He's already bringing the numbers advantage, but he wants something more.
Some extra spice to the numbers advantage by coming in arm to the teeth.
Just wailing away with that weapon like there's no tomorrow. This is getting dangerous. Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
Look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me,
great journalism there, Byron.
Someone hold the roof down, because I think it's coming off the hinges.
What an atmosphere. An insane amount of adrenaline must be coursing through these
taking flight.
This is just overkill. This is just unnecessary. This is no way to treat any human being. And looking to cause some damage by attacking the skull.
Time is ticking away. Surely we'll have a fresh competitor to even the odds.
This is beyond personal. Now this is about putting the competition out of action. Tama Tonga looking to get wild inside War Games alongside his bloodline.
Sami Zayn, who so much is a member of the bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jay and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
Saw the opening and turned it into a jawbreaker.
Uso, splash by Jay. Will Jay take advantage? Top rope, Uso splash.
Will Jay end this?
Top rope, Uso splash. Jay can seal it here.
If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Hot News. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than War Games.
Another vicious attack to his Uso splash!
That can vanquish Tama.
And the Tribal Chief is now entering. Bloodline War Games.
Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off. Enters the ring and is diving headfirst into the chaos of this match.
Got him in the corner now.
Left hand right to the gut. Tossed clear across that gap and crashing down into the opposite ring.
Oh, man, I really don't like the look of this, guys. You can see the pain.
Those focused attacks to the midsection might have done some lasting damage.
Down on the ground, getting pummeled by that hammer.
Oh, my gosh.
And that was some vicious DDT we just saw. And more attacks landing against the skull.
It's a brutal strategy, but an undeniably effective one.
Oh, just trying to pout, but now here's Jey Uso.
Will Jey take advantage? This is certainly an effective use of a foreign object.
Oh, this is really getting out of hand here. Someone needs to step in.
The head of the table cinches it in.
Now the guillotine chop. He just decides to hold Sami Zayn. Sami's opponent. What do you think Sami's going to do here?
Sami Zayn, opponent, hook. Looking for a suplex over the nose. Zayn's over to Superman. Uso. Uso. The Uso splash. Will Jey end this?
Wicked kick to the lower back. And now the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games.
He gets manhandled over into the opposite ring.
Shut, and we're on the brink of absolute chaos. War Games can now officially commence.
Uso, and looking at Jey Uso. Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
Super kick! Super kick! Some sort of strategy in mind.
Top rope.
And Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy with a game ender.
Reverses down. And he's just been tossed aside into a new terrain.
Oh my, jumping DDT.
Absolutely. He covers. Is this it?
Could be.
Shoulder shoots up before two.
Giving a massive effort to overcome the pin attempt.
The finishing touches could be coming Jay's way here.
Super kick, a double super kick. Good kick up by Tama. And look out.
Scoreboard line to put this one away. Jey is out. That is it.
They might be able to put this one away right here.
Ending the 3 count.
Right to the kidneys from behind.
Back suplex. No.
Jacob Fatu's intentions here. Ooh, DDT.
Did Jacob Fatu get that one?
You saw that one coming. Reigns hits it. That could put Solo. Down for good. Isolating their opponents.
Man, does Jimmy have enough time to recover? He breaks the ref's count after one.
There is no quit in this man tonight.
And now scaling to steel.
This is either madness or brilliance. To the sky. Just cranking the head. He's got something coming.
Man, oh man.
Just punishing their opponent.
Oh, that'll weaken your arm. From the top. Oh, God, that hurt.
Ooh, sledgehammer to the body. This is not for the...
And now here's Jimmy Uso. Jimmy manages to finish things. Jimmy Uso looking to secure it all. Team Roman wins the War Games.
The new bloodline has fallen.
Your winners, Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn, the Bloodline.
Unbelievable. Roman's original bloodline crew found a way to work together and reestablish their dominance.
You may not know who your brother or enemy is by their last name, but when you're in battle, look to your left, look to your right. That's family. And this
Okay, a little bit out of character for your wise man, but that was a little bit difficult for me to watch. Seeing this family splinter into two groups, fighting against each other, it breaks my dark heart. But they're all grown men, and you settled the issue. Now let's give Solo credit. Forming Team Solo was, of course, his usual backup of Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, the sons of Haku, feared as one of the baddest men to ever walk planet Earth. Along with them, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, son of Tama, also known as TK All Day, the Tonga Kid, another fearsome competitor from WWE's golden era. But did you know that Haku and Tama once comprised one of WWE's most impressive tag teams? Haku had been considered family by the Dynasty for years on end, and his teaming with Tama, brother of Rikishi, solidified this for eternity. The Islanders were a formidable test for any tag team in WWE in the late 1980s, competing against teams like the Hart Foundation and the British Bulldogs. Initially fan favorites, the two would embrace a more hard-nosed approach and even teamed up with WWE Hall of Famer Bobby the Brain Heenan, finding even more success. The team flawlessly merged aerial excellence, martial arts mastery, and some good old-fashioned Islander grit. Perhaps their most infamous moment saw them actually dog-nap Matilda, mascot of the British Bulldogs, showing that they were willing to do literally anything to throw opponents off their game. Both men are still revered today as two of the real legit tough guys in the industry, names that instill fear simply upon mention, and they absolutely taught their children well. Tama Tonga and Tongaloa both loved to slowly brutalize an opponent in the traditional Haku style, while Jacob Fatu hurls his body at opponents from all angles with reckless abandon, much like Islander Tama in his TK All Day heyday. For their inclusion in the 2K25 showcase, we find the Islanders in a dream match, taking on another team that has mastered the air, ground fighting, and has their own brand of swag that keeps opponents guessing at all times. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Street Profits. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins have put together one hell of a run in WWE, and the perennial tag team champions are going to find themselves in an unfamiliar setting, taking on Haku and Tama in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Anyone can sneak a win out, but Haku and Tama often competed in this type of match to fully demonstrate the superiority to their opponents. And you can bet that they're out to do the same thing to Angelo and Tez. So get out there and showcase the tag team mastery that the Islanders used to terrorize their opponents. Lift your party cups and take one last sip for the Street Profits. And don't worry, no one will hold you responsible for the damage you and the Islanders caused them, because I assure you, the Islanders can handle the smoke.
It is time for the Street Profits to get themselves some of the Islanders.
Well, with all due respect to the smoke and the party cups, but AD and Tez need to up their game. This could be the Profits' night, but it's not going to be easy.
The Profits possess tremendous athleticism, but so do...
The Street Profits had better be ready for what's coming.
Tez and Dawkins have to be ready to deal with any shortcut the Islanders can find.
And the
The Islanders versus the Street Profits in a best-of-3 falls match. This matchup represents two teams who want to rule the tag team division and have sharpened their offensive arsenals so one move can put away any opponent.
The Street Profits swag was at an all-time high, and they told the Islanders they want the smoke.
Look, this is the best Street Profits we've ever seen, but the Islanders are exceptionally dangerous. And don't forget their secret weapon in the form of Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Look, I get that the Islanders are brutal, but when I look at Haku, I kind of see something royal about him.
Are you kidding me, Saxton? Haku's a big, mean dude who loves to brawl. Nothing about him says royalty.
Though Bobby Heenan does seem intent on taking the Islanders to the top of WWE, perhaps becoming king of the ring, is on that path. Man, that's using your head. Relentless aggression coming from Haku here.
The Islanders putting a beating on the Street Profits.
2 out of 3 falls matches are a unique test. Corey, break it down for us. What's going through the Profits' minds here?
Well, Tez and Dawkins cannot allow themselves to get frustrated, because if you lose your cool, you lose your focus, and you start to make mistakes.
There's a little more room for error in a multi-fall match, but not much when the competition level is this high.
He puts him into the corner.
He's placed into a precarious position.
Oh, he timed that counter well. So many accolades for Dawkins and Ford. Triple Crown Tag Team Champions, multiple Wrestlemania wins. This win could be another major feather in their caps.
It could be, but for the Islanders, all of those accolades are motivation. Haku and Tama know they're the best tag team around, so they want to knock off the Profits and prove it. Then maybe they'll get the respect they rightfully deserve.
Tossing their opponent like they're nothing.
Ford seems unable to turn the momentum here.
The Islanders straight up crushing the Profits here. Well-delivered suplex. Boom!
Ooh, stinging kick.
This match is getting the better of him.
Yeah, this is troubling. Can only hold on for so long now. Something that Tez and Dawkins need to watch out for tonight is the presence of Bobby the Weasel Heenan. He'll do anything for his clients.
Don't you dare disparage the brain, Saxton. Heenan is indeed a wise man who has quickly brought the Islanders up the ranks. They'll be tag champions in no time. He gets the tag.
Great sequence of offense from Haku.
Yeah, Dawkins needs to find a way to right the ship here.
Kick gets caught.
These two have learned each other so well.
Drops the hammer.
Right on the lower back.
The arm getting pummeled.
Dawkins avoids that one. Takedown. The helicopter spin.
This is ridiculous. This is insulting.
This is entertaining.
We're watching two great teams at work right now, but with the talent at this level in the ring, you have to wonder, are there any possible breakout single stars here?
Every one of these men has that sort of potential, Michael. I mean, Montez Ford has had moments of single success, competing in many high-profile matches on his own.
Though you'd be doing a great disservice to Angelo Dawkins, who has an equally impressive skill set should he go solo. And of course, both Islanders competed separately for a time in WWE before joining up. So you know that Tama and Haku can once again dominate as single stars.
Got the tag.
Just in time, too.
The Street Profits just got the heat turned on them with that one.
You can almost feel the intensity coming from Tama on that attack.
Oh, perfect kick.
Some mental chess here from Tama. My, oh my, what elevation.
Does he get him here? Kick it out before the count. Not quite enough to put him away.
I'm glad the Islanders are able to compete tonight. I was worried they'd have to serve another suspension.
Oh, what a phony charge that was. Heenan and the Islanders did an amazing job as dog sitters, and they got punished for it. Then again, the corrupt president who handed out that suspension also vacated the WWE Championship for no good reason.
Yeah, Corey, there's just too many things to correct you on there. Climbing to the top. What's he thinking?
From the heavens, big-time splash.
Scaling the ropes,
launching. High impact. Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy.
He is trying to get up, but it is not going well.
Here we go. What impact!
Caught the majority of that on the face, and now Montez is cut open.
We thought it was going to be the Street Profits going. Will it be? I think so.
And he scores the early fall.
With the Tongan death grip.
And he saves his teammate, breaking his partner out of a submission.
Montez is in a very vulnerable position here.
Oh, there may be no escape from this. Haku with the Tongan death grip. The tap out. There it is.
Here are your winners.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have the words to convey how proud I am to have been part of this historic showcase. Having worked alongside this family, this bloodline, for so many decades, reliving moments that I got to experience firsthand has been a privilege of the highest order. Introducing you to WWE legends that I hold in such high esteem, and also spotlighting the modern day greatness their descendants have provided you in recent years, all to pay tribute to the greatest wrestling family I have ever known, has truly been my privilege. To be successful in this industry is a 1 in a billion chance. To see one bloodline continuously pump out superstar after superstar, champion after champion, generation after generation, is a testament not only to the skills they possess, but also to the work they put in to become absolute masters of their craft. And it cannot be stated any other way. This dynasty, this family, this bloodline has mastered every single solitary aspect of professional wrestling. And by reliving their magnificent history, you've begun your path of mastery as well. You've conquered former champions, righted some very egregious historical wrongs, survived war games, and even settled the question as to who the true tribal chief really is. You've unlocked WWE legends who are now ready to unleash their special brand of offense on current WWE superstars who didn't think they'd ever have to face these classic competitors like Haku or the Wild Samoans. It wasn't easy, and you definitely had to get a little oozy along the way. But you showed that bloodline spirit and determination, and now you stand at the top of the mountain. On behalf of WWE and the 2K families, we all thank you so very much for playing. And on behalf of every fan of this beautiful performance art known as professional wrestling, we thank you, the Anawai, Fatu, and Maivia clans, for decades of entertainment and generations of pure brilliance, for creating greatness with your hard work and sharing it with all of us so freely. Before we go, we do have one last surprise for you at home. Now that you've showcased your skills and earned a spot as an honorary Uso, it's time for you to choose who rules your WWE universe as the Tribal Chief. Is Roman Reigns still your Tribal Chief, or have you thrown in with the attempted coup by Solo Sikoa? Do you want to see Tamina finally rule over everyone? Or is it TK all day, every day, don't you say? Regardless of who you choose, you've earned the right to acknowledge your tribal chief.
The following match is the 2K Showcase Tribal Gauntlet. The winner of this match will be acknowledged as your Tribal Chief. The rules of the match are as follows.
The Bloodline Gauntlet match begins here, gentlemen, with our first entrant.
A superstar with a daunting challenge ahead. Wow. How's this for an opening opponent in a gauntlet match?
Makes you want to throw in the towel before the bell even rings.
History being made right here. The most prestigious family in the history of our business is at war with one of their members, and tonight will be a battle to set order to the entire bloodline.
An uphill battle is what it will be. You have the toughest set of competitors trying to dash your dreams of being recognized as the head of the table. Boom! And we know the lineup we are seeing tonight is exceptionally talented. Each one is capable of taking anybody to their breaking point.
Yeah, but I think our prime challenger has a chip on their shoulder. As dangerous as this lineup looks, I do believe the most dangerous individual is the one who's taken them all on. And a stomp to the gut.
He could be enjoying the moment too much, giving his opponent a lot of room to recover.
There it is, the People's Punch.
And Jacob Fatu is having the fight brought right to him there.
Yeah, that's the kind of offense that opened people's eyes to the Rock.
Then a knee right to the throat. And we know there was turmoil in the family coming into this match, so much so they decided a gauntlet match was the only way to set the narrative straight.
Let's call it what it is, Michael. The family wants to put this member in their place, wants to bring them down a peg. To me, tonight reads more like punishment for having ambition.
Natural athletic ability shown by The Rock.
The Rock reaching that other level. Rock. Buster! Down hard. He thinks he has it.
No, he gets the shoulder up.
I am in shock. What's it going to take to keep this guy down?
There it is! Jacob Fatu's got a problem here.
There's two. Oh, he kicked out.
Unreal. Unreal to kick out there.
Not only unlikely, downright extraordinary.
It isn't over yet. The Rock has to find a way to persevere right now if he wants to end this. An overbearing assault on Jacob now.
Jacob's having trouble assessing the situation.
And a big right hand.
Kick to the back.
And a stomp to the gut.
And he stonewalls The Rock. Jacob shook. Neither superstar giving an inch here.
Oh, man. Back and forth. Neither one giving up any ground. Nothing pretty here. Just good old-fashioned fisticuffs. Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two. Oh! Oof. Oh! Oh!
No more holding back. Going all out now. Oh, my. That'll rock you.
Up fast. Spine buster. Down hard.
That should do it right there. It's all over for Jacob Fatu. No match for the gauntlet.
Plenty of superstars waiting to take their turn. Lots of match left to go.
Jamal looking ready as ever for this gauntlet.
Uh-oh. About to hit. Yes, rock bottom. Rock got it. I think it's over. 2. Hangs on by a thread. Where in the world is he getting this from?
His beating heart will not be stopped.
The Rock has cut some corners in the past, and he might be desperate enough to do it again after that kick out, guys.
And as cruel as this match might seem, let's not forget, this is family. And right or wrong, however a family settles their disputes needs to be respected.
Well, one can even ask if this is a fight to fix a family or a night to control an entire business.
It's hard to say, Byron, when the family business is all about fighting. The Rock taking complete control.
Absolutely. The Rock is breaking his opponent down.
Boom! Read that one.
That might be the start of the momentum swing Jamal needed.
Yeah, Jamal able to stop that.
Here we go. It's popping up.
Neither competitor is backing down.
Slugging away with everything they've got.
The flame's on, and it's furious.
Oof. They are emptying their tanks, going back and forth like this. Two fighters putting their haymakers on autopilot right now.
What impressive determination from both competitors, keeping at each other no matter.
Listen to this crowd, driving these competitors to leave everything out in the ring. I thought they were going to keep that up all night.
Spine buster.
This is it.
And so Jamal is through in this gauntlet match.
It's a fight for survival, and only the strongest will survive.
Time for Haku to enter the gauntlet and prove something.
Uh-oh. About to hit. Haku's on his last breath.
There's 2. No, he beats the count.
I do not know how you survive that.
Staying alive there is unheard of.
The Rock reformulating his game plan. It was not enough to end this, so he'll have to move on to plan B.
And a stomp to the gut, too.
And let's not lose the reason for this match. The right, no, the honor to have sole possession of the seat that stands at the head of the table.
Well, if you can survive tonight, you will be at the top of the mountain, casting an enormous shadow over every possible challenger.
I'm already intimidated thinking about the Ulafala adorned around this superstar's shoulders.
Distress showing in the face of Haku.
Looks like Haku is having trouble generating any sort of defense. Haku showing he's not out of it.
Prime opportunity now for Haku to get some separation.
And we have a pin attempt. Pushes through after 2.
You have to think this match is starting to take its toll.
Down to opponent and a double axe handle smash.
German suplex released.
Oh, using the knee.
The Rock with some good timing here. He has to be in a world of hurt here. The Rock with a great counter. A fast buster. Down hard.
Look at this, just
Will it be? Time's up for Haskell. No longer running the gauntlet.
One elimination down, but the end's not here, just so you know.
And now it's Sika entering the gauntlet. Perfect from The Rock. Stop after stop after stop.
And Corey, there's more than family pride on the line tonight. Everyone in WWE is watching, wanting to know this challenge can be conquered.
And think about the bragging rights. If you run through the gauntlet of one of the most prestigious families in all of wrestling, you will automatically be considered the toughest badass walking this earth.
Drop kick. Beautiful. And Sika had no reflexes to answer for that.
Kick to the back.
Sika getting picked apart right now.
Sika certainly being tested here.
Sika is in the zone and letting the opposition know it.
The great one with the...
Uh-oh!
Fist directly to the gut.
Both superstars countering one move after another.
He's not in a good spot here, guys.
Oh, man. Inside out. Stomping. Ouch.
These competitors have been unloading on each other since the bell. Just looking for that window of opportunity.
And now might be the time to seize the moment. Now's the time to keep the pressure on.
Devastating flourish from The Rock here. And here's the cover. Oh, he kicked out.
And frustration might be starting to set in.
Look at this. This can't be good.
No, someone call a dentist.
Not sure how much more Rock can take.
And in these situations, it's hard to not get desperate. To start going for Hail Mary plays.
Buster.
Down hard.
He may get the 3 count right here.
I think so.
Sika's time is coming to an end in the gauntlet.
This one's just getting underway as we still have 5 more entries. Gauntlet time for Tonga Loa. Here we go. Here it comes. What ball? Crucial moment for Tonga Loa.
Look at this, just
What a barrage of stomps. That was a showing of control and aggression. Something they'll want to keep up.
Oh, barbaric amount of stomps. Hits the drop kick. Tonga Loa is waiting a bit right now.
Tonga Loa has to trust his instincts at this point.
Mounting their downed opponent and firing off a series of blows.
Oh, a nasty stomp to finish it off.
Right to the gut.
Ooh, bullseye. Oh, good gravy. Thrown into the corner with a little something extra.
Oh, and he manages to reverse. Oh, that right there is classic Rock. Full over into a DDT. Vintage Rock right there.
Good golly, what a knee.
Delivers the knee.
And the knee.
Setting him up for the... Oh, this match.
I think The Rock's opponent can smell it, guys.
And a knee turns the tide. Oh, he scattered that one.
Just caught flush.
And his stamina's going to drain fast, taking shots to the torso like this.
He thinks he has it.
Big kick out. Not yet.
Get ready, Corey. Get ready for the most electrifying move in all sports entertainment.
The people's elbow.
The Rock got all of it.
Is it enough? The cover. There it is. Tonga Loa is out of this match.
The war rages on. 4 more combatants await the call to fight.
Next in to run the gauntlet, it's Jey Uso.
Float over. Float over into the DDT. Jey looking powerless to every attack.
And Jey needs to find an opening fast. Oh, man, that's like death by 1,000 cuts.
Stomp after stomp after stomp. The Rock with a great dodge.
Oh, wicked kick to the lower back. Oh, man. Now a series of vicious stunts.
You have to imagine the disdain it takes to repeatedly stop someone like that.
Leaning on the turnbuckle here. Getting him in place, but for what?
What more can this superstar do?
Reaching deep into the arsenal. This could end the entire match.
From the top floor.
Superplex!
Like they say, what goes up must come down, and that was a long way down.
Stomp after stomp after stomp.
You can feel the resentment building with each stomp there.
Just stomping every single part of his body.
Slow to get up and unaware of the massive target on
Flying.
Oh, gosh. That looked like a bad landing.
Up fast. Buster. Down hard.
Corey, we're going to see it. The most electrifying move in all sports entertainment.
The people's elbow.
Rock got it. I think it's over.
2 count. That's it. Jey Uso's been banned from this gauntlet match.
But there's still 3 more challengers waiting their turn. Here's Jimmy entering the fray in this gauntlet match.
About to hit. What a bomb.
Jimmy with a cause for alarm. What a barrage of stops.
And at this point in the gauntlet, are you gentlemen stunned by how long this combatant has been able to survive?
Look, you should never underestimate the fire of a Samoan. In any other circumstance, I wouldn't be surprised. But if you look at the caliber of relatives already eliminated, you can't help but be impressed.
Momentum completely in the corner of The Rock.
The Rock reaching that other level.
Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly.
Attack after attack on target.
And repeated impacts like that will weaken you mentally as much as it does physically.
Set him up.
Russian leg sweep. Hit with the knee.
His body has to be racked with pain.
Oh, strong knee connects. The intense look in the eyes as he calculates his next strike. Up fast. Buster down hard. Shoulders down.
So long to Jimmy Uso. You couldn't finish the gauntlet tonight.
They are out of here.
And even after this next entrant, there's still another challenger. And here comes Tama, bringing everything he's got to this gauntlet match. Here it comes. Rock bottom, rock bottom. The Rock has this wrapped up. What a barrage of stops.
As we get deeper into this war for the head of the table, the WWE Universe has gained hope. They're starting to believe a miracle is possible tonight.
The energy in the arena has shifted. Members of the Bloodline may have expected things to be over by now, but somehow one of their own has proven to be defiant in the face of all challengers.
There's electricity running through this arena right now.
Will it be the spark for one of these competitors?
Noah's cover. Well, Tama got caught. Been eliminated.
Here they are, our final entrant in this match.
Watch out. Here comes Nia Jax. And this gauntlet just got very interesting.
One final adversary stands in the way. The road has been tumultuous, but the finish line is in sight.
Finish the job on your fellow brethren, and there will be no question as to who sits at the head of the table. Countered with the knee to the face.
A rare spot of trouble for Nia.
Nia struggling, but still capable of a comeback.
Strong punch to the midsection. Kick to the gut. And a big right hand.
Uh-oh, something big is coming.
Up fast. Buster down hard. Look at this, just what a barrage of stops. Putting the boots to an opponent will take the fight out of them in a hurry. And one more for good measure.
Electrifying offense from the Brahma Bull.
Showing exactly why he's the great one.
Attacking the torso again, doing a little more damage.
All the way up.
Driven down to the sidewalk slam.
Wasting no time getting his shoulder up.
Keeping a loss and
There it is. Rock bottom by the People's Champ.
And that took Nia down.
The Rock for the win.
The winner of this match, and officially, your Tribal Chief,
The battlefield was laid out. The gauntlet was fierce. Pain will live tomorrow. Scars will remain for life. But in this family, you will rule